Can adjustments help colicky babies?
Yes, absolutely. So I want to be really clear is that we never, ever promise, and I'll never guarantee that any one symptom for anyone is going to go away, because I'm just not doing something to actually go in there and treat that symptom. All we're doing is creating a better environment.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Dads on Purpose, the podcast. I'm your host, Josh Ashford, and this show is all about helping dads be the best versions of themselves. And today we're gonna talk about some chiropractic care. So if you're like against chiropractic care, you should probably get off this show. I don't know. Now stay in the show. Dave, pull your mic closer, man.
All right.
We got Dr. David. David, how do you introduce yourself, man?
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Dr. David. I am with Compassion Family Chiropractic. We're a brand new facility in Lewisville, Texas.
Shout out to the Lou.
Yeah, there we go. Love it here. It's been an awesome city to get to serve, and excited to be on the podcast.
I love that. I love the way he said serve. Like, P.S. This is shot in his office. I was outside. It's hot. It's like 107 degrees here in Texas. So if you're watching on YouTube, yeah, your boy is sweating. So, but we're going to be okay. We're good. He's got AC. He's paying his bills, and y'all pull up. Let's just jump into it, man. So I got a lot of questions on chiropractic care because a lot of people have this misconception that, one, they don't need to go, or that like, oh, I don't want to get cracked, or I don't need, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need chiropractic care. Like, obviously you're a little biased.
That's true.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But like, what are your thoughts on like everybody needing chiropractic care?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that it boils down to chiropractic care getting minimized to just twisting, cracking, and popping, and headaches, neck pain, and back pain. A lot of times we think that the only time that I need to go to chiropractor is if one of those things is going on.
Yeah.
And I think it's about learning that it's so much more than that, to where it opens it up to where we see that a lot of us have a need for care. I would say that all of us can benefit from care if you really understand what it's about.
We'll break that down, because so you said like we minimize we minimize it down to cracking and popping and things like that. But like, having known you, like, I know, and I'm under chiropractic care as well. Like, I believe chiropractic care is like, you know, like going to therapy or going to the regular doctor. Like, you need to be checked up. Like, it might not be the neck cracking or something like that, but there's always something that you can work on. And so like, how do you see that?
Yeah, come on. That's a great question.
I know. That's why I asked.
It's like you prepared it.
I didn't. This is all off the cuff, man. I don't write anything down. I don't.
That's good. Well, me neither. So the bigger picture is that chiropractic care is about improving the function of the nervous system, right? And the nervous system is the one system in our body that controls and coordinates every other system that we have.
Facts.
I mean, it is all of the things that you can feel, you know, like all of your muscles and joints, all the places you can have pain, all those fingers.
Touching on my appendages.
Yeah.
Is that what these are?
Those
just
considered that.
I'm not good at words.
No, you're good. That's a great word. And it's everything that you can't feel too. It's all of the vital organ systems in your body, your digestive system, your cardiovascular system, your immune system, your endocrine system. Everything that your body relies on for life is controlled and it's coordinated by your nervous system.
Really?
So it's vital that at all times your nervous system is operating at its full capacity.
Is it really?
Yeah. There you go. You shut that nervous system off, Josh shuts off.
Oh.
It's in charge of everything. And so what a lot of people don't know is that when you have misalignments present in your spine, while it can cause discomfort, it doesn't always. The bigger thing that it can cause is dysfunction in your nervous system.
Ooh.
Only about 20% of your nervous system is a portion that we can actually feel. The rest of your nervous system deals with vital body function, and we can't feel it at all. We can have dysfunction going on there, not know it, and now we're, getting not a full measure of proper control and coordination to the digestive system, cardiovascular system, things like that. So that's why if you look on our testimonial wall here, you'll see things like allergies. You'll see things like immune system issues. You'll see sleeping problems. You'll see dizziness and vertigo, anxiety, depression. You'll see all kinds of things.
All from chiropractic care.
Yeah. Because we're specializing in improving the function of the nervous system. So it's so much more. I mean, we see a lot of people with headaches neck pain and back pain.
Yeah.
Praise God when those things get better. But
Yep.
a lot of the times people start with those things and then they're like, man, we have an acronym. It's BEDS. It stands for breathing, eating, digestion, and sleeping. And a lot of times we'll see people that had no idea they were going to make improvements with those things.
Did you make that
kids. No, I got it from somebody.
Oh, I was like, you should coin that. Like that should be what do they call it? Like trademark.
There you go. I don't think I have the right, but maybe on this podcast I'll say that's my trademark.
I don't know. But now it's going to be universally used. And so now you can't trademark it.
Yeah.
So it's like woke, like the word woke, like you can't, because it's universally used, like people can't trademark it.
That's fair.
You're welcome.
But maybe the earliest like point of origin that they could find is this podcast and it would get attributed back to me.
We're changing lives and businesses one trademark at a time. Tell me this. So here's my thing. Like, why don't men come and get care? Is it like the same reason like they don't go to the doctor in general? Because that, again, this whole podcast is about helping dads be the best versions of themselves. And if they're not under chiropractic care, you're not being the best version of yourself. So it's like, why are men just babies?
No, I would say, well, I mean, I guess it's your definition of a baby that matters. But no, I mean, honestly, we take care of a lot of men. I mean, I don't think that the ratio in our office of men to women, it has really much disparity at all.
Let's go grand, like generalization, not necessarily your office.
Yeah. So maybe that may not be like a generalization that fits to all of the public. I would say in general, we have a perception with our health where we don't like to do much, especially as men, about our health until the problem has got so far that we just can't help but do something about it. It's like we don't want to take our car into the shop until there's literally smoke coming out of the engine, and then we'll take it in. And by that point in time, we got a lot of work to do, when if we would have been a little bit more proactive about it, we could have got on top of things a lot easier and a lot quicker. And I think men can be especially kind of stuck on, I don't need to do something about this until the car literally doesn't drive anymore.
That's if you guys are in the Louisville, Texas area, Ray Bowen's Quick Car Vista Ridge. His saying is, you know, you can either put a little bit of money in my front pocket and take care and do the maintenance, or you can put a whole bunch of money in my back pocket and we can replace it all. So it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to put a little bit of money into a chiropractor and, you know, pay 50, 60, 70? I don't know how much a session, what are they called? Adjustment appointment cost. But like, hey, you know, if it's $100, I don't know. I'm sure it's not $100, but it might be. If it's $100, whereas opposed to having like surgery because you didn't, you know what I mean?
Proactive health is always more affordable than reactive care. Every time.
What about, so we're talking about men, but like, what about the misconceptions with like kids and chiropractic care? Because I remember when my youngest was born, we took her to get adjusted. Like I don't know if it was like like the day after, but like it was within like the first month. Like it wasn't a big adjustment, but I mean, you're curled up for 10 months.
Yeah.
Things stuck.
Yeah, that's a great question. And we take care of a ton of kids. We have a poster in our bathroom that says there's a lion and a cub, and it says, "No lion, kids love chiropractic." You get it? So clearly
the fact that you had to you couldn't even finish it and ask me like, did you get it, lets me know that a lot of people haven't gotten it.
It's my favorite. But so like you said, curled up in a ball. But really the big thing that causes a misalignment for a lot of us, the very first cause and the most commonly overlooked cause, is actually the birth process. So there's a lot of twisting and pulling on a baby's head and neck there at the birth process. It doesn't matter what intervention is used. Typically, more intervention means more force on a baby's head and neck. And there's a really important bone that we all have. It's called our atlas bone. It's the very top bone in the spine.
I know about this.
We talk about it a lot in our networking group. It has a massive impact on the nervous system because it's at
where's your atlas?
Atlas bone is basically right under your skull. Right.
Well, where at? Like, so
we
got audio listeners.
You can feel the tip of it right behind your earlobe. If you go into the soft space behind your earlobe and your neck, you can feel the two tips. They're called the transverse process.
Well, this big thing.
So that big thing is your skull. You got to go under that and get into the soft space, and you're at your atlas bone right there. Now, when that gets twisted significantly, tilted significantly, it affects the brainstem. It starts to put tension, and now we have disruption in nervous system flow, signals, communication from the brain to the body. So about 80% of babies come out of the birth process with a misalignment at that atlas bone. Now we're talking about things oftentimes like colic and reflux and irritability and trouble sleeping and trouble latching. They grow up a little older. We can have things like ear infections. It's incredible. You know, we'll have parents be like, they'll come in, their kid's been having ear infections for a while, and they'll say, in 3 weeks they're getting tubes. Can you do anything? And you know, we're Hail Mary passing at that point, but we'll see kids' ears start draining when we can start to get the structure of their upper cervical spine back where it needs to be. We'll see things like cervical
spine.
Yeah, so that is that atlas bone, that neck, that
big words,
that
bro.
skull. I'm doing my best not to. And C2 right under. So those are all really things like bedwetting. That's a common one. ADHD, asthma.
Really?
These are things that I've seen improve.
You skipped something though. No, you didn't skip it, but you said it really fast. Like you said colic. So like, and I don't want you to like lose your license, but like, can adjustments help colicky babies?
Yes, absolutely. So I want to be really clear is that we never, ever promise, and I'll never guarantee that any one symptom for anyone is going to go away, because I'm just not doing something to actually go in there and treat that symptom. All we're doing is creating a better environment in someone's spine and in their nervous system for their body to be able to heal and just operate naturally. And in a lot of babies' natural state, they just don't have those sort of colicky symptoms. So I'll never say, hey, bring your kid in there for sure, going to make improvements from their colic. But it would be wrong for me not to tell people that, hey, we've seen a lot of improvements with kids that have colic when we get their spine straightened out and we get that tension taken off their nervous system.
That's crazy. Because you think about it, what's the treatment for colic? No, the answer is nothing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, you know, we've been told for so long that like, you just have to deal with it. I'm just like, well, chiropractic care has been around for a long time. Like, why is this not more widespread in the knowledge of the things that it can treat? Because I mean, even, you know, we mentioned it in our networking group, like people talk about, oh, my sleep apnea has been better. My allergies aren't there and and so on and so on and so on. And I'm just like, why is it that we only have this idea of chiropractic care helping our the neck, the cracks and the thingamajigs? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say that the testimonies of those sort of stories are just probably not shared enough to where people can really learn about the possible improvements that they can make. And just the fact that, like, again, it would be illegal for me to like put an ad out there that says, hey, we treat colic, or hey, we treat headaches, you know, like, because nothing that I'm doing, again, is guaranteed to treat or take away any one of those symptoms. So I can't really advertise saying, bring your colicky baby to me and we'll all get better, you know, but I do want to share the testimonies because people are getting better with those things. And I think there's not enough of it out there to where we see it. That's why I love to educate. That's why I wanted to do this podcast with you, is because
that's good.
Here, the more people can bring their family in, and the more that they can, I mean, so many testimony. We're taking care of a baby right now who, like, after, I think it was her third or fourth adjustment, she wasn't sleeping and she wasn't going number 2 regularly. We talked about that last week.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I said, if you want to go number 2 better, then come to me. But yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to say that. But,
I don't know. I don't edit any of this. So
perfect.
So there you go.
But yeah, so it's happening all the time. But it's just a matter of people hearing about it, I think.
What can we do besides coming to a chiropractor to help us? You said that creating a better environment. Like, what are things that we can do or avoid or not do to create a better environment for ourselves outside of the office?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So something that I always preach is function. And if you're just listening, I always like to use these scales with my hands, where we say that.
Can you guys hear the scales move?
Can you hear the scales?
If not, you need to get on
Maybe
YouTube.
I'll make scale moving
and
sounds.
Go to like 15 or 12 minutes and look at the scales. I don't know.
So I always talk about how function and symptoms are interrelated things. Right?
Okay.
So the better we function, typically the lower our symptoms are.
Okay.
And the more our function takes hits, oftentimes the more our symptoms go up. Right. So anything that we can do to bump up this function bar likely the better we're going to feel. Likely the better our overall health results are going to be. So there's a lot of things you can do to improve your function. Chiropractic care is a great one, but also we've got things like putting healthy foods in your mouth.
Define healthy foods.
When it comes to healthy foods,
I'm like, healthy foods is relative. Healthy foods is relative.
And I would say that there certainly are specialized cases. Like every person is different. However, if we're putting in real whole foods into our body rather than artificial kind of foods,
but those artificial ones taste
so good. Trust me, I love me some cookies and ice cream, but everything in moderation, right?
I literally almost stopped that crumble before coming here because I got a $10 coupon, like $10 in cash for crumble cookies, and I was like, I don't need it. Anyways, sorry, ADHD. Back to it.
That's okay. Yeah, so that's one thing. Exercise is another one, right? Okay. Having just a positive mental environment, like whatever you need to do to create a healthy space in between the ears. For me, that's relationship with the Lord. That's prayer. Some people it's meditation, whatever it might be. These are all things that
walking amongst the trees.
Yeah, the trees are great. They're a gift for us. Anything that can bump up that function bar is typically going to help you to be a healthier human being and to feel better too. So chiropractic care is a great component of that. It's specifically about the neurologic component of that, which we've had people who have tried to do a lot of these other things and they're doing great. Like it's helping their body, but they just haven't really taken that neurologic chunk of function into consideration. And when they do, they make some big health gains. But that is not to say that if there's a lot of room that you can improve in all those other areas, go for it. Because anytime you can bump up the function bar, you're going to be doing something good for your health.
That's really good. Are you guys listening? Like, if you guys aren't taking notes, you should be. Because I'm not taking notes. I'm just going to rewatch the podcast. You know what? That's what you guys need to do. Don't take notes. Just rewatch and re-listen to the podcast. So you can run these numbers up. That's
a good way to do
it. Is there ever a time, and again, I'm biased because I believe that we always need to be under chiropractic care, well, whatever that is, whether it's sometimes I'm on a monthly maintenance checkup, sometimes I'm weekly, just depending on what I have going on. But is there ever a time that you think someone should like stop chiropractic care? Like, and I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to lead you. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Do you think there's a time where someone should, like people in general on a grand scale, should stop chiropractic care?
I'm just going to say in general, no.
Okay.
In general, my goal with people is to try to find a frequency with them where we're seeing them as little as possible, because obviously they have a life where they're trying to do other things.
Yeah.
Without taking any steps backwards.
Yeah.
Right. We're continuing to make progress. And that frequency looks different for every person. But I mean, it's just like any healthy habit. When you stop it completely, so too stops the benefits of that healthy habit. You eat great for a year, you're eating like a rabbit, just a bunch of lettuce, and maybe not a rabbit because there's other things that are good too. But then, you just get on straight fast food, stop eating healthy completely after that.
Yeah.
There goes your effects of healthy eating. Anything that we do that's proactive for our health is something that we need to maintain on a fairly consistent basis to be able to continue to experience the benefits of it.
I like it. Sorry, if you guys aren't watching, like somebody just walked in the office, and so David's got a dog. He's got his dog here.
Great part of the office.
Well, he was hanging out around us, and then he took off, and so I don't know why in my head I thought he got outside, and so I heard. But I heard the door open, and I was like, "Did he just open the door?"
I wouldn't put it past him. He doesn't open the door, but he does greet every person at the door with his toy. It's like his main job around here.
Okay. I mean, is he supposed to get tipped?
We have treats for him to get. Oh, there he is.
Oh, please don't knock anything over. Max, go back the other way, buddy.
We're going to be done with this podcast soon, but
yeah, we're almost done, buddy. Okay. I see your toy. Yeah. I was like, he's not leaving.
There you go.
Okay. Generally, when you lose the care, you lose the benefits of the care. I think we're gonna have to end up cutting it because he's like, yo, like I'm not leaving.
Hey, Anna, can you please grab Max for us real quick because we're trying to finish this podcast.
I'm not editing
this.
I'm absolutely not editing this.
That's great.
So everybody out there in podcast land,
go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Very sweet, but you're not
And he's just sitting here just like, what do you mean I'm not helping? Can't you see? Like, look at me. How do I not help?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so as far as for you and the business and things like that, and it's like how you're growing, because I'm starting to see like every now and then, I don't know if it's like the TikTok algorithm, but like I start seeing chiropractors on there, not necessarily giving like medical advice, but like helping people out. Like I got a buddy, he's an anesthesiologist, and he talks about like, hey, like these are things that happen when you're under, or how long did it take to become anesthesiologist, just educating people about anesthesiology in general. And so I'm wondering, what does that look like for you? Like, is that something that you might do? This could be your studio. This could be where you record your Instagram reels or TikToks. You just put like a cute little chiropractic mirror up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I see it.
I love the ideas. Keep them flowing. We're breaking into the social media scene slowly but surely. We got our Mindset Mondays posts every week. So as a team, we like to get together, renew our minds, and just get on a solid place of just making sure we're in a servant mentality, wanting to be here, glorifying the Lord, and be, just all on the same page. So we do that every Monday so that when people come in here, the experience that they have is really feeling loved and really feeling like family. And we always share that on our social media so that if other businesses or just people want to follow that curriculum for their businesses and for their team, that they're able to. So we do that.
You should go live on that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, you should just like get your phone and go live on Instagram while you're doing that, and just let it play in the background.
This is a great idea.
You're welcome.
So yeah, we're gonna hopefully get more and more videos out there. I would love to get to educate the community more about how they can help themselves, and it's just a matter of learning what to do.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just thinking about like reach, right? So you're in Lewisville, Texas. Like there's like 100 chiropractors in Lewisville, Texas. So the chances of someone, we're podcast is in several different countries.
Yeah.
And so how do you educate people that like you, like your style, and that want to benefit from the knowledge, but they can't come and see you? And so I don't know. That's just always what I think about. Like, how can other people help?
I think it's a great idea.
Last question before we get out of here. How do you think people should choose a chiropractor? Because obviously it's a very personal choice. And you and I both being Christians, like we might have requirements for, our chiropractor, or, someone that's of a different religion that, they want someone that's going to respect that. It's just like, how, or do people just choose willy nilly, like whoever they're.
That's such a good question.
I know
it's something, it's like you do this often. That's something that whenever we meet people from, at certain events that we do, or wherever it's at, and they're really interested in care, but they just don't live anywhere around here, I always say, hey, I want care for you. So I'm happy to find a place where you live, and I'll start looking into it. And there are certain things that I look for when I'm trying to find them a place. And those tend to be, I want to make sure that they focus on chiropractic adjustments. A lot of people don't know there's over 300 types of chiropractic techniques out there. And I'm
sorry, what?
Yeah, over 300. We didn't get into like our technique or anything like that too much. Maybe another time, or maybe when I do one of those reels that you gave me the idea for. But yeah, so making sure that someone is focusing on the chiropractic care itself, because it's very easy to get diluted by a whole lot of other things and therapies, which aren't necessarily a bad thing. They can help people, but making sure that we're staying excellent at the main thing is really important. So I'm trying to look on someone's website to see, are they talking about subluxation? Are they talking about the adjustment? Are they talking about improvement to the nervous system? Is their focus chiropractic care? Because what I'm trying to find for someone is great chiropractic care.
Gotcha.
And that's the main thing that I look for. And that's, once you go in, making sure it really seems like they're doing a specific analysis and tailoring your care specifically to you. Yeah. And it's not just the same sort of crack on the left, crack on the right, left hip, right hip kind of deal, because specificity really matters with care. Yeah. The more that I can tailor care to your spine, the better you're often going to do. So making sure that there's a specific analysis, and then many different techniques work just as great, but making sure it's a specific technique is important. And then, like you said, like, do you feel like family there? Do you love going there? Like, is it a good experience?
Yeah.
Do you align value wise? Is really important too. And that's hard to really understand until you go into the office.
Yeah.
But the other things you can look up on someone's website, get a pretty good idea.
My chiropractor, he has tangerines for everybody at the
Tangerines.
I don't know why, but I love, like, I just know, I'm like, it's like a kid like getting a sucker or like a sticker. I'm just like, I know I'm gonna get a tangerine because I'm not gonna buy a tangerine.
Yeah.
But like he's got this whole shelf of them just for me. Anyways, I
get all these excellent business ideas on this podcast.
Well, I mean, it's so like, and they're like always like fresh. Anyways, whatever. Just make sure you have good tangerines.
And put tangerines on the shopping list. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Where can people find you, man? Where can they find you to find the information that we're talking about as you build your social media? Sure. I mean, you can give your address if you want to, but they're not going to find you.
Yeah, well, we're in Louisville. You're welcome to look up our address.
Did you say Google. The name of your business? Compassion
Family Chiropractic. I think I did at the beginning.
I don't know. It's been a long time. But it's been 25 minutes.
There we go. So now you get to hear it again. That's one. We are on the web. On
Al Gore's internet.
It's CompassionChiroTX.com. Okay. And then our Instagram and Facebook handles are the same thing, Compassion Chiro TX.
I love it.
Yeah. So you can find us out there. We post pictures of Max if you're wondering what that golden retriever that was in here looks like. The kids love to lay on him. They're some of their favorite moments in the office is getting to see the adorable kid with Max moments.
That's hilarious.
So and we're going to post more informational things. I think that was a great idea. But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, our website, or come by the office, get greeted at the door with a toy
and get you a tangerine because they're coming.
Get you a tangerine and an adjustment.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys go check him out. Like all his social media stuff, subscribe to it, like the podcast, subscribe to my podcast, share my podcast. Until next week, take care. God bless. We love you. Take care.